Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Soul Shell, and I'm back with another review for you. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button because we got a whole bunch waiting for you. Got a whole bunch, and yeah, on my little hiatus, I've watched so much stuff like it started to like collide. I'm like, wait a minute, what was that about? Because I've watched so many stuff and I got so many videos to do. But I've worn this t-shirt a couple times in videos, so I'm gonna do some more tomorrow in a different outfit. And maybe I'll actually get cute for y'all. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, today we talked about Fahrenheit 451 on Amazon Prime. This is on my must-watch list. And if you haven't been noticing the reviews I've been putting on this channel, everything is something deeper. I love deep subjects. I like movies about dystopian societies because whether you know it or not, we're living in a dystopian society. It just hasn't really hit yet, but it's coming. And if you watch Fahrenheit 451, you will realize it's a little closer than what you think. This show reminds me, the term that comes to mind with this show is predictive programming. And spoiler alert, if you have not watched it, if you have watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, brief synopsis. This is starting Michael B. Jordan, another one of my favorites, and I like that he does different things. But we got Killmonger in this movie playing a fireman. But the fireman in the movie isn't a fireman you would think about today, a fireman that goes put out fires. These are firemen that actually go start fires. And what are they starting fires on? They are starting fires on books because books are no longer allowed. You're no longer able to read. They don't want anybody reading because it's been told to the masses that books and people reading things causes hysteria. It causes people to be crazy. So they want you to stop reading books. And there's like 3 approved texts. I think it's like Moby Dick, King James Version of the Bible, and it was one more. I can't think of that other one. So if you're caught reading books or having a computer, these are all punishable federal crimes now. And it's takes part in the what I call today the dumbing down of society. And I feel like we're slowly but sure, slowly watching the dumbing down of society and the covering up of things. You know, there's a legislature out there right now to want to cover up different things about the past of the country, because it paints a different picture that some people don't want that picture painted anymore. And so that's how I feel like this movie, where they don't want certain pictures painted anymore. So it's a federal crime to be caught with a book or a computer. In the movie, another one of my favorite people is in this movie. Oh man, I should know people's name, but she played Olivia Pope's mom. That lady, she's in it. Love her. She killed her monologues on I want to say Olivia Pope, but that ain't what it's called. Scandal. She killed their monologues on Scandal. But she plays in this movie as well. And so here's the craziest thing of all. So they're teaching people that Benjamin Franklin was the first firefighter. And he's the first firefighter that came up with the concept of burning the books because it's rubbish. Like, they completely twisted history to get people to believe in what they wanted to believe in. And of course, with all things, there are outlaws, there are people sneaking books, there are whole, underground societies and rebels that are fighting this system. They don't want to be ignorant with this system. And then, of course, our main guy, he turned against this system because there's something inside of him was like, no, this ain't right. I like the dynamic of the chief firefighter, how he was so serious about his job, and he was hypocriting it up. And that's so, telltale of today. You see that a lot, especially when you see people call out certain things and lifestyles that they don't like, but then they low key indulge in, you know what I'm saying? But they, they'll get up in front of the camera and get in front of everybody and be like, I don't condone this. And they like stick to their job. So it's it's a very oppressive society. Technology is off the chain. You know what I find very relevant in these dystopian movies? Like, while the people have become more oppressed and rights taken away, the technology be off the chain. Like, did you ever pay attention to the technology and the Mockingjay? The Mockingjay. That movie, why can't I think of nothing right now? Like, what's wrong with me? Yeah, The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games. I shouldn't even forget that. It's one of my favorite trilogies. But you check how the people are oppressed and depressed, and they're fighting for their lives, but the technology is like off the chain. And to me, that's predictive of the future. We're heading into a more technological society, but while we're heading in that direction, slowly but surely, uh, rights are being taken away, and things are becoming oppressive. And I think that people aren't paying attention good enough to where we can find ourselves in a Handmaid's Tale type of society, because we root for it. One thing I don't get in our society is why we fight other poor people over rich people money. That's one of those manipulative things that the one percenters put out there, and they make it seem like, oh, it's gonna be so terrible, and then you got people who ain't got no more than you do, and you're fighting them over millionaires' money. Like, I think that's the demise of our society, that will eventually go into the true dystopian. So who knows? I mean, censorship is up. Censorship is up. I don't know if they're going to mute my video for saying that, but you know, some things to think about when you're watching these type of movies, and they have this kind of programming. It's like, pay attention. Like, it's not a far fetched idea that Hollywood make things one year and 10 years later it comes true. All right. So that's something to think about when you're watching Fahrenheit 451. It's on Amazon Prime. And so go ahead and give it a watch and come back and let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, y'all. All right. Stay up. I think I'm going to do the Tomorrow War. Yeah. Yeah. Watch that first. Bye, y'all.